Okay, I am really excited about this video. Some stuff I've wanted to talk about for a long time. Got a cool product here in my hands. The Level by Fluidstance. A lot of you guys have seen this and wondered if it's any good. Yes, it is. I'll talk about that in a second. Basically, if any of you guys have been following my Twitter, I don't really talk about my Twitter, but it's at LearnCode.academy, A-C-A-D. So for those of you guys that have followed it, I've been talking about my stand-up desk situation a lot recently and how much I love it. And yes, I've been doing full-time web development 40 hours a week since I was 18. And sitting is a major problem, is a major health problem. Got some quotes here from other people, not just me. Tim Cook, CEO, I think, from Apple, he calls sitting the new cancer. And then I think Huffington Post said, sitting is the smoking of our generation. There's some infographics, if you check out Pinterest, that show how much higher the percentage of death is for people who sit 40 hours a week. I mean, it's bad. Sitting 40 hours a week is bad. And back in the day, you didn't really have a choice. This is what companies did. Even web companies, you had to wear your nice shirt and you had to sit 40 hours a week at a desk, and that's just what we did. But research and health-conscious companies are coming out, and they're just giving us a lot more options. A lot of web companies especially, if you request a stand-up desk or a stand-up sit-down desk, they'll probably provide it for you. Or if you request a thing to help you with your development experience, they'll probably provide it for you. So basically my experience, about 6 months ago, I started doing a stand-up desk, and I am absolutely positively never, ever, ever, ever going back. I don't stand full 8 hours a day. I tend to stand about 6 hours a day. But it's just, you feel so much better throughout the day. You have so much more energy throughout the day. And a lot of issues like back issues, even if you have a great ergonomic chair. I used to work at WebMD.com, and they gave us those really expensive ergonomic chairs. And you don't deal with near as much with your back, but you still deal with all the other health issues that are associated with sitting for a long time. So back issues kind of go away right away. Your core gets stronger standing up. You notice that, which as a developer, noticing your core at all is kind of revolutionary. And then neck issues kind of went away. I started kind of having some neck issues. I had a little forward head posture, where your neck kind of does that thing from trying to fix code issues. That went away really quick. I got my monitor up higher than desk level, and that went away real fast. So basically, physically, you just feel a lot better standing. And then the only thing you notice is you can't stand very long because you find yourself doing a hard stand where you're trying to solve a problem, you're focused, you find yourself putting all the pressure on one hip or the other hip or just one knee or one ankle for a long period of time. Your feet can't handle the pressure of standing for a long period of time, again, especially because you're focused. And that's really where this product makes a massive difference. This is the Fluidstance Level, or the Level by Fluidstance, and it's a stand-up desk balance board. And it's not a balance board like you'd find at the gym where it's made for drastically increasing your balance and strengthening your legs. It's a much more gentle, if you can look at the slope of that, it's a much more gentle balance, gentle slope. And so it's very natural, very easy to stand on. My wife jumped on it and could stand on it right away. She doesn't do skateboarding or any extreme sports like that, and she could easily just stand on it and enjoyed standing on it. My toddlers love this thing, and I love it. I mean, it's fun to go to my desk in the morning with this thing here because it's just fun, and I'll show you kind of what it does in a minute. But the best thing about it is you don't do those hard stands. There's more of a motion throughout the day. You can change to, 30, 40 different positions. You can kind of roll your feet back sideways, really stretch your calf out for part of the day, and you can roll your feet forward and just get a lot of range of motion. You don't do those hard stands, and your feet don't really get very sore. I could probably stand on this thing a full 8 hours in the day, and my feet wouldn't be sore by the end of the day, or at least not anywhere as close as they'd feel if I was standing on the ground. I couldn't stand 8 hours straight on the ground without something like this, to put it plainly. And it's not best in class. It's pretty much only in class. There's kind of a cheap knockoff plastic kind of thing that you can find on Amazon, but it's not even a similar kind of product. It only goes back and forth, and it's just not even in the same class. So this is every bit worth the price. They tend to range from around $200 to around $400, depending on what you want this deck made out of. But I can say I would much rather have a cheaper sit-stand desk with one of these guys than a really nice like $2,000 sit-stand desk. Now, as far as the desk component itself, you can either, I think the best way to go is a sit-stand adjustable desk. Ikea makes a $400 one that's electric that you can change throughout your day. So if you're in or near a big city that has an Ikea, that's your cheapest way to go. If your company's buying you one and budget's not as much of a concern, you can go to the Sleep Number store. They have several options of really good sitting, standing desks that are more around the $1,000 to $2,000 range. And that's it. I mean, I kind of had to do a video on it, and I was able to really get my hands on this. I've used this nonstop since I got my hands on this thing. It is awesome. And I'm not getting paid to tell you this. I think it's very important I say this, because some people would think that I'm getting paid to tell you this. I'm not. So it's just basically a great product that I think people should know about and request from their work to get them one. So let's kind of show you how this thing works. All right, so here you go. Here it is. I've got it on a piece of wood right here because I do think it's best experienced on wood. It totally works on carpet and rugs, but you just stand on it. And as you can see, it's not that big of a balance issue. And if you ever start swaying to one direction, it takes no effort to just get it back, especially if you have a desk that gives you any kind of pressure at all. I'm not touching a desk right now, and it's a lot of fun just twisting it back and forth. All the little different ranges of motion you get. Like I said, you can stretch out your calves, kind of get that work on there, and then lean forward. You can even do like a walking motion while you're sitting there working. Of course, you ever get bored, just give yourself a little spin. See if I can grab the wall here. So the spin is, of course, kind of a professional level move. I'm not going to lie. I'm really kind of a professional at this. But yeah, this thing is great. And again, I'm not touching a desk right now. Touching a desk, it's even easier, even more comfortable, even more natural. Let me kind of show you how it works on a rug. This is a very thick rug. Still works just fine. No issues whatsoever. In some ways, it's actually a little easier in that you don't spin. If you don't want to move back and forth as you go, then this is some kind of rug or pad will actually help you out. And that it just kind of gives you a forward, backward, left, right motion. You don't really get any of that spinning. You got to kind of work to spin at this point. And then a low carpet. If you can hear me, I'm a little further from the microphone now. Low carpet kind of gives you that in between. Really easy to spin at this point. It's not going to damage the carpet at all. And honestly, this piece of pine right here, I got a piece of pine as kind of a tester for what it's going to do to a hardwood floor. Pine obviously being a pretty soft wood, a really light wood. Didn't really do any damage to this thing after a straight week. Tiny little scrapes and scuffs. So if you're going to do it on a nice hardwood floor, I would definitely get some kind of pad. They sell a floor pad for it that obviously looks a lot better than this. But you could also go cheap and just go to Home Depot for $6 to get one of these. Which works just fine. Or get some sort of hard plastic chair mat or something like that. But again, the thing works great. Super fun to stand on. Just hop on it every morning. Have a great time. And your legs, your knees, notice these ankles are just kind of moving constantly. And I can code just fine on it. That's the best thing too. It's not distracting from coding at all. It's a distraction-free thing. I feel like it actually helps me focus better because a lot of us coders are kind of a little bit ADD and we need something to kind of keep us engaged, and so this helps with that. Okay, that's it. As you can see, it's a super fun product. Stand-up desking is awesome. Again, I'm telling you guys, you got to try it. At least try the Pinterest hack, one of those myriad of Pinterest hacks for making your own stand-up desk to try out. Thanks to Fluidstance for getting me this product to test out and review and get to you guys. I can tell you it's a winner. It's a great product. Check out their website. I got a link to that in the description. Again, I'm not getting paid to tell you this is a great product too. It is just a great product. And that's it. You guys have a great day.